I'm going to be letting a random word generator website create challenges for me and decide what weird random tasks I have to complete. Basically, Random Chance now has control over this video, so anything could happen. What could go wrong? Here's how this is going to work. In this random word generator game I've come up with, I'll first spin a wheel to determine a challenge category. Once I've got that category, it's time to use a random word generator website to give us a random word. Then I guess it's up to my creativity to see how I can make or do something in the challenge category using that random word. This might work, or it might be a complete disaster, but either way, it should be heaps of fun, so make sure you stick around till the end of the video so you catch all the challenges. Okay, let's go! So here are the challenge categories that will be randomly chosen for me. Art, food, craft, social, and photo. None of which I'm any good at. Well, except food, I'm good at eating. But actually no, I'm terrible at cooking, so if I have to cook up some randomly generated dish, it will probably be a disaster. Great! Anyway, here's a quick rundown of each one. Like I mentioned, food isn't just eating something, sadly. I'll have to actually cook something. With the photo challenge, I'll have to set up, take, and edit a creative photo that's got something to do with the prompt, which is the randomly generated word. I'll be honest, social sounds a bit weird, but I couldn't think of a better name. For that one, I'll have to do something relating to other people. So that could be sending out a weird text message that involves that random word, posting a YouTube video, or anything else that's relevant. If the challenge category is craft, I'll have to make something. Like, literally anything. Finally, we've got art, another thing I'm not very good at. With this, I'll have to try and make some sort of artwork with the word, so that could be a drawing, a painting, or anything else artistic? Which of the categories is your favourite? If you got to choose, what would you pick? Let me know in the comments. With that out of the way, it's time to choose what the first challenge will be. Let's give this random wheel a spin, and the first challenge category I'll be doing is art. Alright, cool, I guess. Now let's get us a random word and get started. So this is the website I'll be using, I've hit generate, and the first word that I'll have to create an artwork with is breathe. Alright, I can... I guess I'll have to draw a person breathing or some lungs? I don't know, that sounds very weird. Okay, so here I've got my incredibly fancy art materials, some A4 paper, a pencil, and an eraser. Okay, so it's definitely not top of the line, but I'm sure it'll be good enough for my terrible breathe drawing. This is probably a terrible plan, but I've decided I'm going to try and draw the outline of a person, which people are the thing I struggle to draw the most, so I don't know why I chose that, but anyway, should be an interesting outcome. And then I'm going to draw some lungs inside them. Now that I actually say it out loud, it sounds even weirder, but it might look alright. Wow, this person has suspiciously long arms. Okay, it's not looking good. Yeah, I've got two very long arms, one of which is even longer than the other, a massive head, and that's about it. Not a good start. I'm pretty sure people don't look like this, but we'll carry on. Here's how my person outline is looking so far. You can tell it's a person at least. I need to fix these hands somehow. Oh no, I've made it worse. I'm not even faking this, I just genuinely am this bad at drawing the outline of a person. Okay, this is how I'm gonna leave my person outline. It doesn't look too awful. I mean, it does, but it looks better than it did at the start, I guess, so that's one positive. Now I just need to add some lungs. I think they look somewhat lung-like. They also look like steak, but that's probably okay. Well, now you know why I'm not an art channel. Okay, well, it may not be a masterpiece, but at least the first challenge is complete. Alright, I'll admit it. Although that drawing did not turn out very well, it was still really fun to do. I actually really enjoyed that first challenge, and I mean, if I want to practice my drawing anytime in the future, I might try that technique of just getting a random word and then trying to draw something based on that, because I can imagine that being pretty interesting. Anyway, enough about that. Let's spin the wheel for the next category. Ooh, alright, and it's food. Very interesting. I'll get a random word and we can find out what I'll be trying to cook up today. Ooh, alright, awesome. So the word I've been given is twist. Now, I'm really happy with that because it means I can just take a classic food and put a bit of a twist on it, and that will fulfill the requirements of the challenge. Hopefully, it'll be delicious. I'm not so sure about that though. Now, I just need to think of a classic food and then think about how I can change it up a bit. Alright, so the classic combo I've gone with is apple and walnut. Yum. Now, I don't have access to a kitchen right now, so I won't be able to be super creative with this. I'm a bit limited. But here's what I'm thinking. A nice easy twist I can apply to this is to switch out the fresh apple for some dried apple. Whoa, revolutionary, right? I know. I can't promise much, but this twist should at least be tasty. It's time to start cooking. Well, to get the apple out of the packet. I mean, that counts as cooking, doesn't it? Delicious. I'm wondering if I can get like enough to sort of build an apple shape out of them. That sounds really weird, but I want to try anyway. It's not the most appetizing apple I've ever seen, that's for sure. It's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, but an apple. Okay, wow, I've got the apple. Now I just need the walnuts. Okay, this is looking less fancy twist and more if someone's just dropped a couple of walnuts on the plate and they've exploded. But I'll see what I can do with it. Wow, okay, I'm calling that challenge completed. It's not exactly what I had in mind, but technically it is a twist on the traditional combo of apple and walnuts, although it's literally still apple and walnuts. So I'll call that a win. Now I just need to find out if it tastes any good. Okay, why am I actually enjoying this? This is kind of decent. Speaking of enjoying things, if you're enjoying this video, why not subscribe and hit that bell icon? I'm Elena, and here on the Etypical channel, you'll find plenty more challenges, experiments, and other fun videos like this one. Moving on, time to find out the third challenge category and random word. And it's going to be social. Alright, this will probably be pretty embarrassing for me, so let's find out what the word is and hopefully it won't be too weird. Okay, great. The word it's given me is sister. Oh well, I'll try and figure out what to do with that. Alright, I don't think it's really enough of a challenge to just send it to one person. So the challenge I've set for myself today will be to message 3 separate people and include that random word sister in there without them suspecting anything. Oh, who can I text? This is gonna be weird. Okay, so I think I've got my first plan. One of my friends might be getting a dog soon, and I can't remember if they're getting a male or female dog. So I think I'll ask them about that, and then I might be able to sneak the word sister in there somewhere. This is so weird, I don't text like this. She's gonna realize something's going on. Oh well, I'll send it. Then I have to find 2 more people to message. Oh, she's typing already. Okay, I'm scared. Why am I scared? Awesome, okay, a response. Now I just have to sneak the word sister in there, which shouldn't be too difficult. This is exciting. This is such a weird conversation. Okay, sent. That's very awkward, but that's 1 down, 2 to go. All right, nice. I've managed to have a normal conversation. Well, sort of. Now, that was the easy one. How can I get the word sister into 2 more conversations? For this second part of the challenge, I'll just text this random group chat asking if I'm the only one there that doesn't have a sister, because I think I am. This is gonna be another very awkward conversation, but here we go. Alright, I think I've successfully navigated another really awkward conversation, and I've included the word sister. Just 1 more to go. I cannot wait to move on to the next challenge. Oh, what am I gonna do? This probably doesn't seem too hard to you, but I'm just awkward. You know what, I've given up on trying to at least make sense. I'm just going straight in there with the random weird text. Honestly, I don't really even care anymore as long as I've completed this challenge and can move on to the next one. I've literally just said, hello, it's your sister. I'm leaving that there. That's more than enough annoying random people for one day. Alright, that last challenge was not fun, I'll be honest, but this one should be really interesting. I've just spun the wheel and the category I'll be doing is photo. So I'll be getting a random word and then trying to take a photo related to that. And I'll be allowed to sort of edit it creatively, I guess. Again, I am not great at photography and photo editing and all of that kind of stuff, but this is a challenge, so I want to try stuff that I'm less good at, which is kind of everything so far. Okay, cool, I like this. So the word I've got is privacy. I'll see what sort of cool photo I can try and take. I'm thinking maybe something to do with like camera lenses or phones and a person hiding their face. I don't know, I'm not a photographer by any means, but we'll see how this turns out. This will be fun. Alright, I've taken quite a few weird photos now, and next I'll have to try and edit them together into something that looks a little less weird. Okay, and here's the finished photo. Look, it's not exactly what I imagined. I was trying to sort of play with that idea of privacy and like digital stuff and mask and hiding your face, and I think there was just too much there. I don't know. It was also super rushed, so while I probably could have done better, I'd rather just complete this challenge. Clearly, I'm not a model, photographer, or Photoshop expert, but that doesn't matter because I've successfully completed another challenge. Only one more to go, and there's no need to spin the wheel for this one because there's only one left. And that category is craft. And I've been given my final random word. The generator has provided the word castle. So I don't have very many materials available, but I'll have to try and create something resembling a castle. I'll see what I can find. Alright, I've gathered a bunch of random material I found lying around. Like, I've got some blue cellophane, plenty of cardboard, a couple of pipe cleaners, what else? Some wrapping paper, I think? And yeah, I'll see if I can make something resembling a castle out of this mess. Maybe that can be the main bit of the castle. Alright, this is a bit bigger than I thought. This can be one of the turrets, I guess? Okay, I'm pretty happy with my main castle structure. I think I'll try and put a moat around it with the blue cellophane. Okay, that looks just as terrible as I expected it to. Now I'll try and make a flag for my castle, and then I think that will be it. There you go, that's my craft, I guess. Does it look like it was made by a 4-year-old? Yes, it does. But I think it does actually resemble a castle, which means I've completed the challenge. Wow, what a weird video. Anyway, that's all the challenges I'll be doing for today. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.